Good morning, welcome to Morning Outlook. This is Kim speaking on Friday, the 22nd of March. So, just for me, I missed yesterday's trading completely. I'm just having I had a look through a short while ago, and well, not the best of data through in the European side of things. France dropping off there in terms of manufacturing and services. These are still contracting. Anything below 50 is contracting. That's not looking good at all. Swiss National Bank, they cut their rate, so that should have softened up the Swissy. Services, German manufacturing rather, again falling off. The bigger numbers and the more important numbers for GDP and growth, really, to be fair, is their services data, which did pop up a fraction. Overall, Europe was it's a sort of a mixed bag. Manufacturing still low or reducing. Has to be something done to stimulate that at some stage. UK again mixed bag really. We are in the services is already in a reasonably growth trend there, and the manufacturing picking up there better than expected. Monetary policy, of course, that I don't know how it shocks people, because it was expected to come out 0.18 and it came out 0.18. But I was just looking at a headline where it suggested that the two voters that went from being quite hawkish became well, they become less hawkish. They sat on the fence. Anyway, rates left unchanged there for the Bank of England. Looking through the rest of the data, flash manufacturing and services for the US. Again, manufacturing, well, that's picked up and that's positive, more positive data, dollar strength. Services was off a little bit, but again, actually, services was off a bit, and that's an important number, but it was off a little bit. But it is the flash services, so eventually it might come better. But anyway, existing home sales up there as well. So plenty of positive dollar data there. Not so good generally, Eurozone. Okay, today, then Friday, I don't know why I'm rolling down. We've got we've had retail sales out. They came out better than expected this morning. Not really reflected in the price action at the moment, for sure. We've got the Euro Summit today. That's being held European Central Bank. Okay, so that could create some volatility if we get speakers from that. And we've got the Fed chair speaking at 1 p.m. this afternoon. Again, could be more movement around that meeting. Right, so there is some risk out there, in terms not as much as the risk we've seen recently with the central banks, etc. Hopefully, we'll get into some sort of pattern. Anyway, looking at this euro dollar, well, yesterday saw it coming off pretty strongly. We're seeing a continuation this morning of that movement, and looking quite soft where it's sitting. It's taken out previous highs there, so it's given us another confirmed lower high, a significant confirmed lower high, as I'd generally refer to it as being, and looking pretty soft across both 60 minutes. That is the 4-hour. Yes, okay, just checking. Unfortunately, at the moment, well, it's going at the it's already going, and maybe I just missed this morning. We'll see what happens. If I can get a retracement, there's an opportunity to get back in. If it gets back above the R1 and starts breaking down again, maybe there's a chance down to the S2 the way it's been running. See how things develop there, but the Asian session and the US session seems to have all the fun at the moment. The London morning sessions not so much. So bearish engulfing on the pound there yesterday. At the moment, we are coming back down towards that yearly pivot, and that could well be a target. Again, confirmed lower highs, significant lower highs here. We were already on this trend line running to the downside here. If I can't get the trigger on that. Let's just see if I can get there we go. Pull this down a bit more, extend that, Now the lower area here has no real holding or anything on the market. This lower trend line, it's not, because it's not a trend line. That'll be why. But the lower channel line, that would be it. Has no real bearing. Okay, so we've got lower highs, lower lows running through this. We rarely get support. We had the support previously yesterday through. Oh, sorry, Tuesday. I'm looking at 4-hourly pivot. That already came through, but this is just looking soft at the moment. I was looking, yeah, just looking soft. There is, again, with as with the euro, we've got the potential of coming back down there. Let me just that's better. Right, US dollar. So US dollar pushing to the upside against the yen here, dollar yen. Double topped where it is here. We'll get sellers coming into this market for sure. Personally, I wouldn't look to sell it unless it breaks the low between the two highs. It's too much risk. I'll explain that in the trading room later. It has had a decent push up there. It's just looking at the hourlies here. It's just on its daily pivot. This could once again see a continuation of that move. But that double top, as I say, will have sellers probably coming into that, and it's very close. It's really double topping on just a more than one time frame here. So it's double topping on the dailies here, right the way across. That's certainly significant highs that it's run into there, and we've got the near-term double topping, slight divergence. That's a slightly higher high there, so a slight divergence most likely kicking through there. You can see on the RSI, the RSI and MACD, it's showing divergence on that at the moment. But as I said, to me, it doesn't become a sell target unless it breaks that low in between the two highs. Aussie dollar. So the Aussie dollar chopping away here on the dailies, looking like it might want to morning Phil, might want to break at some stage here. It's looking good for Monday actually, the way it's shaping up at the moment. But it's we've got a number of things. We had the original head and shoulders, which it's just gone into this range and gone ugly. It's got the potential of breaking back down from there. Still got the signal sitting on there at the moment, but really looking sort of probably a bit oversold on the shorter time frames that we'll be seeing here, particularly down to its S2, its previous lows. So we might just get the brakes put on first thing this morning. We'll see how things turn out. I'm just wary, been wary on these markets for a while, particularly when they've had a good run overnight. US dollar CAD still ranging here. To me, it still looks bullish for the US dollar here, bearish for the CAD. Again, higher lows coming through on here. Sorry, lovely flags through the Asian session. Beautiful trading there. Look, off it's gone, and it's well on its way to working that flag to the upside. But we can't be around all of the time. New Zealand dollar, this is really sold off here. It's taken out the prior lows there now. It's here putting a pivot swing on the dailies. Would look soft if it stays like this leading into Monday next week. It could be a look-see on Sunday evening. See what it's up to later in the evening after 10 o'clock. But again, it's really got that bear flag, and it's looking quite soft. Right the way through there. That's well into being at the moment. Swissy, no real surprises then with the news yesterday, and this price action we're seeing at the moment. Then bullish engulfing for the US dollar Swissy. US dollar pushing up again. We could see a bit of a continuation. It is running into its quarterly pivot at the moment, and well, he says it's sort of got a little bit of a triple top going on here, but dare I say, good old-fashioned cup and handle. If it does break out the triple tops, if it does break out, well, maybe it's got a bit more oomph in it. It's got a combination of trade setups here. Basically, we'd normally this sort of cup and handley sort of pattern. You would normally look at it towards the lows of a bit of price action, not the highs. But anyway, it could break out the top there, but it needs to break through that quarterly pivot, which we know are pretty strong. Right, so there's a possibility on the Swissy on the upside. Euro yen's just been the euro being so soft, the yen holding up okay-ish, has been just seen the euro yen pulling off a little bit, but don't get too excited about it. It might roll push back up again, but it has put just looking through the time frames here, we have got some lower highs. So well, it's broken the low between the two highs here, so there's the potential of a bit more of a correction, he says, as he sees it turn around almost immediately. But from a daily perspective, well, it's already done into its daily S2. It's done its range effectively. Okay, I shall look through the other majors when I get back. There was a couple of pound New Zealand we were looking at for the potential. This isn't interesting now. Daily potential. This I was looking at a very big time head and shouldery pattern, and it has come back and it's tested the neckline here. This could come into something. We'll see what it does this morning. At the moment, it's going the wrong way. But if we get a reversal on this, I'm interested on the longer side for this pairing. More swing wise, it's not a day trade by any means. You need to just watch your stops, give it plenty of range. If it does come back into this area, I'm certainly interested. Be much more interested if it's Monday when it does it. Okay, that's a Forex for a moment. Quick look for those that are following gold and oil. Gold first. So gold, basically it's done a divergence, I would imagine, across the tops here. It's just, there you go, you've got a divergence on your MACD I've got on this chart. So that's certainly sitting there. I would not look at that until the lows are taken out here, but overall the bigger trend is really where I'd rather stay with at this stage, although it could be changing, but I think at some stage I'll switch back. Anyway, for now it's come back, it's put lower highs, and it is looking at, there's a mixed old bag in there and it's looking softish. Today it hasn't hit either the daily pivot or the S1, or maybe if it can get some legs into this it could get back towards the daily pivot. Has a reasonable probability in normal times, but we'll wait and see what it does post 8, and that we're just post 8 o'clock, but give it a bit of time. Oil, well, oil's come off over the last couple of days because I said it's at least moving. Well, it could be trending as setting up for a trend to the downside here. It's put a lower high, well, it's put two lower highs in on its 4 hour. You can see it clearer on here. The low, actually two lower proper lower highs. We've got enough for a decent trend line running across the top there. We'll see how it develops during the day. Very bitty. What time was that? It sort of ran a bit on the later side there. It is 2 o'clock. We're currently an hour difference, so that's a equivalent of it moving at 1 o'clock, I guess. Sorry, 3 o'clock, beg your pardon, in normal situation. Anyway, it's maybe a sell into the pivot could be interesting. Right, S&Ps. Don't try and sell these, please. Leave them alone. If you've got the urge to sell them, leave them. So we've put new highs in yet again yesterday. There'll be a whole bundle of people sitting in here. We wonder why retail traders lose money. It's because they sell things like this. It's the strongest market we've seen for a while, and this, even with the consolidation here, always looked like it had risked the upside. And well, yesterday put in yet new highs. It's just really no point being the first one to have sold the S&Ps. just send me the money in an envelope. You can write the check to Kim Watson, and that'll be great. My address is on my website. It'll save you having to give it to someone else like a broker if you tempted to short it. Anyway, it's still looking solid there. Yep, it's put a shooting star in there yesterday, so maybe a bit of softness, but yeah, it's put a few of those in over on its run up there. Two nice ones are there. Look, almost one there. Yep, it has little reactions. Maybe you can catch a few pips out of it going against it, but the best opportunity is take the pips with it. Nasdaq. Sorry, I'm on the Nasdaq now. There we go. Also double topping, sitting here at the moment, but and that ugly looking price action. Well, what that means is don't buy necessarily here, but it doesn't mean sell. Anyway, and the Dow again pushing on through there. So those three markets solid, effectively. Yes, we've got some very soft signals there to suggest it's a bit weaker, but anyway, the DAX is continuing as well. It's been pretty solid and running up there. Even the FTSE's up a little bit today, look, and the FTSE had a good run on the data yesterday, eventually pushing up there, getting a bit more of a solid move. That swing from the two hawks has really helped things for now, but it's still only the same roundabout same percentage or expectation of cuts this year. But anyway, it's 0.75%. Is still sitting there, it's expected to be cut by 0.75% this year. But it's at some stage, of course. Anyway, this is pushing up. We might get some more movement again today with the numbers that have come out. Anyway, I will leave it there. I will catch you in the trading room. I'll catch you in a short while. YouTubers, I'll see you on Monday. I'll speak to you on Monday. I hope you have a great week. Oh, I should look at Bitcoin as it's a Friday, and I know there'll be some that's got nothing else to trade and nothing else to do, and they'll go and look at this. Now, it did make a bit of a recovery on Wednesday, and it's given half of it back again on Thursday, and today it's given half of what it did yesterday back. It's taken that back again. In summary, we'll see. It might catch the bid again over the weekend. We tend to get just the retail market sitting in there and trading it. Well, I say just. I'm sure there's some bigger money now with their teams ready to do something, but for now, yep, still in a bullish trend. Wouldn't be trying to sell it, but wouldn't be buying it really either personally. But there we go. Right, I'll leave it there, and I'll catch you next week. Bye for now.